Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host Red. We got videos today from Wonny. You know, our Asian brother is killing it with this China stuff.
You have nice eyes. S tier compliment, by the way. But
I also think it's so funny. He always uses like video game terms and anime terms. S tier.
you think your eyes might be a little bit too small? Well, worry no more. I'm here to help. Let me just open that up for you.
I understand us Asians may be slightly insecure about how small our eyes are. Obviously, when I'm smiling, you can't really tell that I am actually looking at anything. But damn.
Just like that. Is that enough? Nope, you want it bigger? Okay, there
Whoa.
we go. Much better.
Can you even close your eyes at that point, right? Like, did they remove eyelids or something? Like, what?
Bright and natural. Just keep in mind that you won't be able to close your eyes when you sleep.
Oh, you can't. Oh my God, I really thought. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Also be crying non-stop, even when you're not sad. What started as the double eyelid trend across Asia has recently just evolved into its own extreme version by Chinese influencers. At first, many influencers...
I'm telling you guys, hey, us Asians have insecurities too. It happens to be our eyes, which is the biggest insecurity for most Asians, because a lot of us don't have double eyelids like I do, like where, you know, have that top fold. That's a double eyelid thing. A lot of Koreans don't have it. They get surgeries to implant that extra fold. In Korea, there were so many women with this like little like tape thing, this special gel tape thing that literally just pushed their eyes to give them the double fold. And it was just like a little cosmetic tape thing. It is such a deal for us Asians. It's kind of funny, but hey, insecurities are true insecurities when people try to fix them in such awful ways.
just want their eyes to look a little bit more attractive. But as you start digging deeper into this entire rabbit hole of the big eyes, small face aesthetic, we end up with the so-called fox eye look, which is this very creepy and exaggerated look.
It's weird that all of a sudden now women want to be like anime characters. Like small face, big eyes. Those are literally anime characters.
Look where your eyes are stretched so far beyond your eyelids that it looks like you could see into my future. They also say it's as easy as getting a new haircut.
See into my soul.
Except it's for your eyes. Now this all started with one of the most common cosmetic procedures in Asia, the double eyelid surgery. And
I guess it makes sense if you just want a double eyelid. It's not that bad of a surgery.
So common to a point where parents literally give it to their children as graduation gifts either after high school or sometimes even before high school. It essentially makes your eyes bigger and more attractive, which has been proven to help reward you in future job opportunities and relationships. I mean, at first you had people experimenting creating double eyelids with like safer methods. Things like double eyelid tape, which were
yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. In Korea and in China, because I visited both countries in the same trip, so many women that worked retail had that, because I guess, you know, surgery is expensive.
Temporary, and it helped you create a fold and a crease that can easily be removed, you know, no surgery needed. But of course, the tape would just sometimes fall off, so people resort to using glue, just hoping that it would stay on throughout the day. Now, the reason double eyelids are so popular is because it creates a visible crease right above your eye. The crease makes the eyes appear more larger, more defined, and just more prominent. And over the years, the big eyes look has been heavily associated with attractiveness throughout all of East Asia beauty culture. I mean, some parents even had the great idea of literally trying to modify their newborns to have double eyelids. Let me just stick that on you. Don't worry, you'll thank your mom later. Hopefully you grow up with big eyes. And many celebrities had already undergone the double eyelid surgery, so that wasn't the secret. So it started evolving slowly. Because regular double eyelids weren't enough, people wanted something bigger, something sharper, something that'll make you stand out. And that obsession created the fox eye surgery.
Even the ones that look like they got done properly still look freaky.
Takes double eyelids to a whole nother level because it looks like you reverse engineered being Asian.
Damn, bro. He said it. I didn't. Wani said it. I didn't. You know, like, I was thinking about it. Like, damn, these people do not want to be Asian anymore.
And you can see countless of these before and after videos of people getting these massive deep creases cut into their eyelids and then angling the outer corners up so the eye has a fox-like shape. Many people get mesmerized by these transformations and then start believing that their own
Whoa, bro. You do not look good.
natural eye shape should look like that. Now you can tell it gives a really creepy look to it because once the crease is pushed far beyond a natural width, the eyes start to look more like a lifeless doll's eyes, kind of glued onto a real face.
I don't even know these are real pictures. They look like AI fake, like horror pictures.
There's also the other side to it, which is getting aesthetic eye bags, which are also exaggerated.
No, yeah, we did see this video last time with Wani, with them trying to put caterpillars under their eyes because it looks youthful. Like, I have bags right now. I definitely don't look youthful.
To where you end up with these puffy sausage eyes. Now, there's two main things that people on Chinese social media confuse themselves with when it comes to the fox eye surgery. Using makeup tricks to make your eyes look bigger versus surgically expanding the eyelid itself. Those are not the same thing.
They're
the big
not.
eye, small face aesthetic is usually achieved through makeup. The whole point is that it's literally a visual illusion. But somewhere along the line, people started looking at this exaggerated makeup.
That's Instagram life, Wani. You know, like social media life. People see these things, and then yes, through makeup and stuff, but people start associating as it's this real life. That's how people look, and then people try to mimic those looks. This is exactly the Instagram lifestyle in the West.
Look and thought to themselves, what if I permanently become the makeup? And that's how they usually end up with a unnatural eye shape that looks really good with filters and makeup, but terrifying without it. Many of these exaggerated creases end up looking sunken, scarred, or even like permanently stiff. Your eyes start looking very disconnected to the rest of your face, which is genuinely unsettling. And that's where we get to one of the biggest side effects that people talk about after this procedure, the infamous meat strip. Not that kind of meat strip. What are you thinking? Basically,
I was like, oh.
after the surgery, people end up developing these thick bulges above their eyelashes. Like, imagine if somebody took a hot dog and just tucked it under your eyelid. Or like they took like, I don't know, their sausage and tucked it. Or now the reason it happens a lot is because eyelid surgery is insanely delicate. Like, there is zero room for it.
I mean, it's probably one of the thinnest skins in your body, right? Like, I can't even imagine like any kind of fuck up on this. It's not easily fixable.
Error. If too little fat is removed from the eyelid, your eyes become puffy. Too much, and it becomes hollow to a point where it starts to look like it's sinking into your skull. Also, don't forget the scarring, because what's a transformation without battle scars?
Sure. I admit the before wasn't much better. Like even them, like look at that last girl. She still looked cute. Like most men are okay with women just looking okay, regular cute. You know, like you could be a 5 and be cute, a 4 and still be slightly cute, and men would be like, I'm alright with this. It also takes a good attitude. That's probably the biggest thing.
喜欢上扬一点的眼睛，对吧？7.5毫米是他喜欢双眼皮的宽度，画眼尾的位置让他有一点微微上扬的感觉，适当的把内眼角打开一点啊。
现在院长已经给我画完线了，请你期待一下吧。
手术效果满意吗？
非常满意。
And this is how it looks like after it's healed. Definitely big enough now. Now what's...
She doesn't look like a normal person anymore. It makes them look like dolls. Like literally the dolls we speak of all the time.
What's really crazy is how normalized double eyelids have become, because we've gone to a point where even those that are naturally born with double eyelids are thinking that double is not enough. So what?
No, you need triple?
You get triple eyelids?
I mean, that is definitely one more than most of us have. So, I mean, they got something on us.
Yeah, so this woman came home from her double eyelid surgery one day and ended up with 3 eyelids. It's as if your eyelids just got a double chin. She said that when she looked in the mirror, her eyelids were red, swollen, and folded into 3 layers. She also couldn't open her eyes even if she tried to force them open with her hands. So this is exactly what happens when you're not satisfied with double. You
Yeah, don't fuck with your eyes. They're important.
end up with triple. Also, it doesn't help that a lot of these surgeons are basically working with templates. They usually cut beyond the eyelid to create a bigger fold, assuming that maybe after a week or 2, it'll, heal back together and look natural. Sounds reasonable in theory, except everybody has different eyes no matter how you look at it. Many factors come into play, such as your eye shape, the amount of fat around your eyes, even straight up your skull, since the bones affect how everything looks. So guess what happens when you have a template of the fox eye aesthetic that you think will work on everybody? People start to heal in different ways and you straight up get deformed eyes, which
Jesus. I saw this video. I wasn't really planning on doing it, and then you guys kept on like, yo, do Wonny's video on the fox eyes thing, and I'm like, all right, I guess time to do it. And then now I'm looking at it, I'm like, man. Poor Asians, just so insecure about their eyes.
brings us to the case of a woman named Wonnylol, an influencer from Suzhou who underwent the fox eye surgery and ended up permanently crying forever. Now, this procedure wasn't done by a licensed surgeon. No, it was done by the clinic's marketing director. Of course, she didn't know that at the time, so during the operation, her tear ducts, a part of the eye that drains your tears, were cut, which led her with a level 9 disability. The muscle was over tightened to a point where it snapped, so now she couldn't stop crying and tearing up no matter what. Not because she was sad, but because she literally couldn't force herself to stop her eyes from watering. The clinic kept
That's so fucked.
delaying and deflecting responsibility, so eventually Wang Li entered into legal action and the unlicensed practitioner was sentenced to 6 months in detention and would be deported afterwards. Wang was also supposed to receive compensation for this, however, because she exposed the clinic online, she breached the contract that she had signed, which pretty much made her return almost all of the compensation that she'd got. Which is honestly just so stupid. It's like getting hit by a bus and then being charged for damaging the bus. Like, it's actually insane. Now, it's also easy to assume that a repair surgery is a quick fix, but many qualified doctors just
Anything that's a fix is hardly ever a quick fix.
completely stay away from this. This is mainly because fox eye surgery is often irreversible, so once the
Well, you're losing eyelid. You're cutting parts of your eyes away. Like, how can you get that back?
tissue is removed and once the skin is cut, they can't be replaced.
到现在我才知道，给我割双眼皮的人，他是一个别的医院的人，根本就没有在我做的那个地方有行医的资格的地点。他现在割成这个样子，说我疤痕不进口，疤痕增生了。这个我找了专业的人去看，他就是组织吧切多了，所以导致2道疤痕连在一起。这个是人能割的吗？我只要你1条钢变成2道，根本就不顾我们死活。
Again, a whole damn race of people that hate their own eyes. It's kind of sad.
一出事就说你
I'm not saying everybody that's Asian hates their eyes, but it's definitely a contentious thing with Asians.
去维权去吧，你去那个人。
I mean, how do most people make fun of Asians? We all know how.
找别人鉴定去吧，你当别人是傻子吗？根本就鉴定不出来。
And the scary part is that every attempt to fix a previous surgery usually needs another surgery to fix what was fixed. It's literally a domino effect, like you need to fix the fix. That's why many surgeons stay away from eyelids at all, because even a tiny little mistake can completely change the way your face looks to other people. There's actually this massive influencer who ended up with one of the worst outcomes when it comes to this trend. Her name is Chen Nisi, and she's
She looks pretty okay. I'm not sure now.
undergone 5 eyelid surgeries ever since she was 19 years old. Now, if you were anywhere near Chinese social media during her peak popularity, she had become one of the most talked about influencers because of her plastic surgery journey. Unlike a lot of influencers who just hide everything, she was actually pretty open about it. She uploaded videos explaining her surgeries, talking about her experiences, and overall just trying to spread body positivity all around, telling people to, just love themselves. While
While changing everything about your face.
also saying that she will still continue undergoing surgery for beauty. I feel like that's a repeating pattern in many of these cases now. Now, unfortunately for her, Chinese netizens are basically professional athletes when it comes to roasting. So after Chin's surgeries became a bit more noticeable, people started relentlessly mocking her for her appearance. People would just clown on her for her new chin, and also just saying that she looked way worse than before the surgeries, also comparing her old and new photos together. It's honestly the most unwinnable game ever, because you get clowned on before surgery, and then you get clowned on even more after surgery. So in a way to like prove her haters wrong, or like show them she didn't even care, she decided to undergo the fox eye surgery. And this is where everything went downhill, because after the operation,
did it just to prove things wrong. Pride before the fall.
She noticed a very noticeable crease. So then she got another surgery to make it look more natural. Then the wound reopened, so she got another surgery to try to fix that. Then more corrections, more repairs, and she was pretty much just trapped in this cycle to the point where she didn't even remember what the original issue even was. And because of all those repeated surgeries and fixes, she is now unable to close her eyes forever. I mean, just think about that.
Your eyes are going to be so dried out for the rest of your life. Holy cow.
Her eyelids ended up losing 5 layers of skin. So she now has to use eye drops every couple of minutes.
Every couple of minutes?
Because she can't blink. Yeah, sorry, we don't offer warranty for that. If you end up losing basic human functions during the process, all best.
You're screwed.
And what's even weirder about all of this is that the clinic she supposedly went to was actually connected to one of these illegal beauty salons that opened up in Taiwan. Because just last year, Taiwanese media uncovered this Douyin influencer named Miss Chen who turned her shop into a makeshift surgery clinic. Yeah, she pretty much saw these videos on Douyin and tried to recreate it herself, but with her fans. Now, apparently she saw all these fox eye transformations and double eyelid surgeries that were blowing up on Douyin and Xiaohongshu. She saw people getting views and making money, so she decided, yeah, I'll give that a try as an influencer. I mean, of course, influencers watch these transformation videos all day. Obviously, they'd be more experienced than actual doctors.
Sure.
You'd be wasting your potential if you didn't try it out. I mean, I've been making videos on these trends for so long. Do you guys trust me with your eyes?
Yeah, Wonny, I want your eyes.
Now, Ms. Chen had around 380,000 followers at the time, and inside her DIY clinic disguised as a salon, she began offering extreme double eyelid surgeries using the fox eye template. This was catered to all her fans who swore loyalty to her at that point. And of course, they came out with these failed fox eye procedures that left them with, not so pleasant looks. Authorities later discovered that she had recruited 2 migrant workers to help perform these procedures, and none of them were licensed doctors. And yet her fans and their families were paying about 16,000 yuan for these experiment operations. This included fox eye surgeries using thread lifting. Innovation, I guess.
Again, I thought women cared about women.
Yes. Honestly, at this
But then it's just, again, once money and power and greed comes in, it doesn't matter what race or creed or gender you are, right? Like, you're just a greedy, toxic, evil person.
point, Douyin and Xiaohongshu, or Red Note, has genuinely convinced people to trust follower counts more than medical degrees. Eventually, authorities raided the salon, and I mean, what they found was insane. I mean, scalpels, laser equipment, sutures, basically an entire underground surgery setup, but for a salon. Ms. Chen later admitted to everything, and even manipulating her before and after posts on social media. She secured the bag of $20,000, and the district court sentenced her to 9 months in prison and also ordered her to be deported afterwards. I mean, this makes it clear how unregulated plastic surgery advertising can be on Chinese social media platforms. I mean, heck, even WeChat is suffering from this.
I mean, it's not, again, that much better in the US. Again, those doctors that are doing the dentist, messing up people's teeth. There's quite a bit of surgeries like that similar here in the United States too. It's just people get desperate and they want to look beautiful with less money.
Literally anybody with money can open up a salon, open a Douyin account, start posting stolen before and after videos, and pretty much just start having clients come in as they're training. This whole fox eye aesthetic is just so dystopian because you're essentially just trading your natural face for a makeup face. That's the irony. People undergo permanent surgery yet still have to rely on makeup to gaslight themselves that it's the only way to look good. So honestly, unless you want to sleep with your eyes open, which would be pretty cool.
It's nice.
Just, it's not worth it. I mean, there is one big takeaway from this though. If she ain't squinting, I ain't sprinting. You have nice...
He got me with that last line. Well, I think that's a lot of us people, a lot of men out there, they like the squinters because, you know, the Asians are at the top of the list. Everybody loves Asian women, but they need to be squinting though. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And catch you guys next time. Ciao.